Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to do a little eBay hunting for UFC cards to see if we can find some good deals, some values, get some snipes in, and see if we can build up our collection and just find some cards that just are really cool and that look interesting. So let's get started. So I type in UFC in the search. We go to auction. We sort by ending soonest. And before I get started, I have my other eBay tab open so I can search up any fixed price listings currently on eBay. Because if I can find it for cheaper for a fixed price, I don't want to pay too much, I'll look there. I have Gixin.com open to place my snipe bids. Then I have cardladder.com open to search up values for past sales. So we have all the tabs ready to go. We have all the tools we need to do some good eBay hunting. So let's get started. So looks like we have a couple cards ending here. O'Malley, Tapora split decision. Never seen that card before. It's kind of cool. It's out of 2025 Topps Chrome. Tony Ferguson autograph. That's a pretty sick looking card. I'm not interested in that. So I've been trying to pare down my collection buying habits. I think when anybody starts out in a hobby, they try to do a little bit of everything and they need to learn their way a little bit. So with me, I'm trying to focus on top tier names and then dive in on autographs and those serial numbers. And when I worked the West Palm Beach card show last weekend, 99% of the people that came up to our table and asked about UFC cards, it was all the top names in the sport. Nobody was hunting, nobody was looking for Ian Gary finest cards, I promise you. Now online, you have a wider reach. I'm sure there's a ton of great Ian Gary collectors out there and they'll bid this card up. It's out of 25, it's an auto, it's cool. But I'm trying to focus on broader markets, cards that look cool, serial numbers, and just sticking with the big fighter names. Until I can learn a little bit more about some of the niche fighters and look for deals there that I feel comfortable with. I want to stay in the waters that are deep enough so I don't drown to death and lose all my money and go broke. So as we're going here, Bo Nickel, Orange Flash PSA 10. Interesting. It's only a minute to go. Charles Oliveira out of 75. Gagne out of 25, $6.50. So here we go. We got a Daniel Hooker Imperial Blue Ink out of 25. Again, I know who Daniel Hooker is. I know he has some decent fans. I know he's an interesting, good fighter. But again, just outside my comfort zone. So I'm going to keep going. So far, we're not finding much, which is not a bad thing because it shows at least we're staying focused on our collecting habits. We're not being distracted. We're trying to stay in our lane. That's a gorgeous looking card. That Tapora Chrome Sapphire. Love that product. One of these days I need to do a box break on here. Maybe we'll start with Chrome Sapphire. I think that'd be a good way to start that part of the YouTube channel series. As we keep going, pretty base level Khabib and Islam. Again, there's nothing particularly special about this Islam. I mean, it's a nice card. He's a great fighter. Sapphire is a cool product. But again, trying to look for autos, relics, something that makes the card stand out and is unique. The McGregor out of 50 gold is kind of sick. And not rare enough or special enough for me. The Ilya out of 50 gold. Good looking card. Gosh, we're really striking out tonight. Let's see, 2021 Prism Valentina out of 25. Let's take a look at this one. Card condition looks okay. Maybe a little bit of white on the lower, maybe a little touch of white on the corners. I'm not going to grade it graded though. Let's see. Let's go to card ladder. So 2021 Panini Prism Mojo Valentina out of 25. Let's see if we get a hit. So a PSA 10 sold by 300 by best offer. Let's pull that up. A few months ago, that's the vertical of the card. That's the vertical. This card is the horizontal. That's not it. That's the knockout artists. Trying to see here. That's the knockout artists. Here we go. So the 9 out of 25 sold over a year ago for 115 bucks. The PSA 10 sold for 300 this year. Out of 25. This one is it 40 bucks? Let's see if there's one currently on eBay. I doubt it, but it's possible. Let's see. 680 bucks. The vertical with the auto of the signatures, 25 out of 25. The bookend is 280. Again, not the knockout, 150, 120. The PSA 8 goes for 98 or best. Is 98 or best offer, so we're at 40. So PSA 8 goes for 98. The 10 went for 300 for raw. If I could steal it for 60 bucks, I would go for that. So we're going to put in a bid for 60 bucks. Put in the item number, 60.01. We add it. Processes. And there we go. So let's go back. We'll close this out. On this video, I'll actually be able to see if I won this or not, because we'll still be going through eBay looking for cards. So let's see. Ooh, Georges St. Pierre, 2024 Moonrise, 1 out of 25 from Canada. The problem with buying stuff from Canada, I believe that there's tariff issues. Yeah, due to U.S. customs policies, the buyer decided will need to pay import fees to the shipping carrier prior to delivery. I think it's like 10 to 20%. I'm not getting involved in that. It's a cool looking card. It is a sticker auto. So we're going to pass. Another one from Canada, pass. There's a couple nice. 1, 2, 3 St. Pierre's from 2024 Midnight, but I'm not worrying about that. 2023, again, this is from Canada. We're going to keep going. 2024 Topps Chrome, Conor McGregor, let's go. Don't care about that. So far, only one card has caught my interest. I'd like to at least find 1 or 2 more. Hopefully we find, so here we go. 2022 Panini BJ Penn Auto out of 10 from Immaculate. So they didn't put Immaculate in the title, which will hurt the listing, without a doubt. How's the card look? It's on card. Card looks pretty decent. Let's take a look and see if we have a sale on Card Ladder to get an idea. Immaculate. Okay, so that's the same one, right? Yeah, the gold marks of greatness. Okay, there we go. So that's sold for 85 bucks. Call it 2 months ago. So I thought it's a one for 85 bucks, 1 for 120, one went for 60, 60, 60. So kind of a wide range of pricing here. So let's use 85 as the number. It's at 42 with 11 minutes to go. Let's make sure there's none up for sale. 110. Okay. So it's at 42. So we're going to get the eBay number down here. I'm going to copy the eBay number, post it, and I'm going to see if I could snipe it for the lowest price paid for the past year. We'll call it. How much was shipping again? I think shipping was $5.15. Okay. So I'm going to put in a snipe, 55.01. So when you add in the $5 and 15 cents, you're at about $60 all in. So we found 2. So let's keep hunting. Mackenzie Dern, 1 out of 99 on card auto. No bids at all, so 30 or best offer, so they're probably expecting to get more money. How's the card look overall? This bottom right corner looks like it's curving up, but if you sell it raw, not a big deal. Can deal with grading. When I look at it, it's 1 out of 99, so it's the alpha. That's something I learned a couple months ago, is the 1 out of 99 is the alpha of it, of the card issue. I don't know who started that or put that out into the world, but we're going to roll with it. So let's look up and see what sales have gone for this card. Out of 99. What am I doing here? Oh, my bad. Here we go. So it's the green. Excuse me. $40. $40. That one is the non-auto. So 49, 40, and 40. Another 40. Oh, this one got robbed for $23. That was a steal. Obviously, it's trending up, but all these sales happened in the past couple days. I'm assuming that was because of her fight and how good she did. There was probably a possibility you could have got this card a lot cheaper beforehand. Let's see. 21, 30, 29. A little bit of spike in interest in listings with her win. Kind of went up. So let's say that the floor is 40. Let's say 30 plus $5.15 shipping. So we get the eBay number. Let me put it in the sniper. Before I do that, though, let me double check and make sure there's none currently for sale. Let's see, 100 or best offer, 100 or best offer, 70 or best offer, 62, 49, 50, 50, 45, 45, 38, 30. Then we have one at $3. And in 2 days, in 21 hours, we'll put that on the watch list to just pay attention to. Okay, so assuming this person doesn't end the auction, because usually when they do this setup with the $30 floor or best offer, they're looking to get 35, 40, 50 bucks. I've seen it a lot of times where it gets within 5 minutes and the person will just, because they don't want to sell it at the $30, they'll just end the auction. But we'll take a shot here. So I'm going to put my bid in at 30.23. And I'm going to bid right now and add it for the snipe. There we go. Oh, so here we go. So looking at my snipe here, we won the Valentina out of 25, 2021 Panini Prism Mojo for $46. So that was kind of a steal. So about 25% below the price we were willing to bid. So that was a good buy. Very happy to add that to my collection. I think that's my first Valentina card. So let's see if there's anything else of interest. Let me refresh the page here so the times update properly. Go back to the top. So we're already past here. Let's keep going. Panini Combat Anthology, Paige Van Zandt. A lot of people have strong feelings about Paige Van Zandt. Strong feelings in multiple parts of their body. Her feeling as a fighter or an OnlyFans model. But I don't know, not sure what to think about that. But the Panini Combat Anthology product is pretty cool. I opened the box of that. Fun product, a lot of cool things in there. But let's keep it going. Ooh, there we go. A vintage superstar from Knockout. So 2012 Topps UFC Knockout out of 159, the Stipe. So let's check that out. This is exciting. Was not expecting to see this card up tonight. First autograph on card auto, bold auto, super bold blue. Looks gorgeous. Looks like it was signed yesterday. Card looks like it's in decent shape. Sometimes stuff from ComC can be hit or miss at grading. White cards usually grade out a little bit better. That corner looks like it might be an issue, but in these crappy scans, it's hard to tell. This corner might be, but Again, assume it's going to be a PSA 7 or an 8, but this card is iconic, history of the sport, exactly the type of card I'm looking to purchase. So let's see what this goes for. Get rid of that. So nothing. So let's make it a little more broad. Stipe, we'll do auto. 2012 Topps UFC knockout out of 100 with the relic. Wow. Only did $14.50. That's wild. Relic auto 2023 out of 88 did 70. Okay, so this is the first rookie card. So like, look at the jump in price, like even in the same product with the relic auto, the auto with the relic here, and this is out of 100. This is out of 88. The value placed on the first auto icon or logo on the card and the collectors. I mean, the collectors have spoken. I mean, PSA 8 went for 137. This raw went for 383. Wow, that's quite a range. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's an aftermarket auto. That's not going to count. That went for 650, but that's just the base rookie card with the auto added at a private signing or some event. We're not going to count that. Not going to count that. Wow. This is kind of weird. So 9 months ago, this card in an 8 only went for 140 bucks. The raw, about a month after that, went up 2.5 times. And then you see the price of the card now, you're at 285. So does that mean somebody is buying this out? Does it mean that somebody's trying to build the set? It's a good question. Probably something that needs to be researched before throwing a bid, because even if you were to snipe it, let me close this. If you were to snipe it and get it for 3, I mean, you're still paying more than double what the card was in February. I don't know enough about the people that collect this set to know if it's being bought out or targeted. Let me close this one. Let's see what's currently on eBay for this card, if there's anything. Wow, the out of 8 is 6,000 or best offer. The out of 15 is 5,000 or best offer. Here we go. So the mint 9 is 450 or best offer. So I'm gonna heart that one. And that's all that there is for that card. So what is the play here? My thought is keep an eye on where this ends. Nobody's bought this at 450, but they have best offer. I'm pretty sure this eBay account here, I think I've seen their Instagram before. So maybe depending on what this card does, the 285, let's just say it pops to 350, maybe I could reach out to them on Instagram and see if they're willing to negotiate a little bit. Okay, so that's added on the watch list. I will add this to the watch list. It ends in 5 minutes. I'll keep this off to the side. Maybe I'll still be filming. We can watch as it ends, what happens, but let's keep going. So a lot of low-end cards. Again, it's late. It's 11:28 p.m. East Coast time on Thursday night. So it is kind of late. Searching for eBay auctions. Joshua Van Zandt. I know a lot of people like him. Great fighter, but out of my comfort zone at the moment. Again, I love these relic cards. Relic auto, very cool. Again, we're looking for big names, decent serial numbers, added bonus for auto, and super added bonus for relic. So that's the 4 prongs of attack, we can say. We're going to brand mark or trademark that. The 4 prongs: big name, low serial number, autograph, relic. If you can get all those 4, you're doing good. So Raul out of 50. That looks like an on-card auto. Let's check that out. Yeah, it is. Again, nice card without a doubt. Great fighter. It is is that the 1 out of 50? Yes, it is. But it is out of Canada, so not dealing with the customs issue tonight. Immaculate Stipe, Relic and Auto, no bid. Gonna avoid that card for now. Is there anything else that we're gonna be able to find tonight? I got a weird feeling that it is a little bit too late to be doing this, but you know, auctions ending at these weird times, late East Coast time. Maybe you get some steals and maybe there's some good opportunity here. So we're just gonna keep searching. Oh, there was my pick from a couple weeks ago to pick up these Christian Leroy Duncan autograph cards. He won his last fight with a second round knockout. Amazing display, just totally destroyed who he was fighting. Last name started with a T, Tapia, I believe, if I recall. But again, like, you can get this card with a $10 bid. That's the base, but total steal. But we're not focusing on that at the moment. Let's go to the next page. Yeah, these auctions are in 2 hours. This is Australian listings. Okay, that might be it for the evening. We'll do a couple more here and see. Nothing. Base. Cards I'm really not interested in. Go a little bit faster here. Oh, here we go. Wow, there we go. The 2025 Panini Combat Anthology Kaboom Fedor. $460. When this first came out and I saw the Kaboom set, I wanted to build the entire Kaboom set at 20, but then I had to be honest with myself. I looked at the set. I didn't even know who half the people were on that set. I had to look them up and do some research. But it would be nice to get some of the top tier UFC fighters and also some of the boxers. There's Mike Tyson, Thomas Hearns, Deontay Wilder. You know, the Kabooms of the UFC dudes are pretty awesome as well. But cool looking card. $560, strong number. Let's see what else. Considering a case of anthology will only run you about, when I say only, but figure $1,500 if you get a good price on it. So, Kabooms are solid. Yuri, rookie PSA 10, 200. I know a lot of people like these crunching time cards. I'm not a fan. Doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is. I guess I like the darker, more edgy designs. Like this looks too fun to me or too childlike or something. I don't know. Not a fan of it. Let's keep going. These auctions end in 5 hours. These are all out of Australia. I'm sure that there's import issues and tariffs and everything else with those as well. Yeah, it looks like it's going to wrap up the video for this evening. So let's just do a quick recap. So Stipe PSA 9 at $450 or best offer. It ends in 30 seconds. So we might as well sit here and watch this to see what happens. I predict it's going to go for $320. I think it's going to get bid up. Let's see. I'd love it if it went for a super high number because then I can maybe try to get the PSA cheap. But if it stays here, assuming this is an 8, then 9 at $450. I don't see a bargain there. Let's see. $296. Do we have another bump? Wow, $296. So if I can reach out to this seller and see if they're on IG and maybe get it for $350, $300 and match the price, somewhere in the range, that might be worth it. Again, got to do a little more research on it, but that's that. So let me refresh this. So the current status of the bids. So we reconciled all these. So the Valentina, so let's pull these up since we actually did this. The Valentina we won for $46, good win. The BJ Penn we got nuked on, so we put in a bid of $55.01 and ended up going for $86. let me pull this up again. What was the cheapest one currently on eBay? So even with not having immaculate on the title, it really didn't impact the price. Sorry, let me go back here. So the current cheapest price was $110. So okay. So whoever bought that got a good deal. And then the other one that we won the Mackenzie Dern. Our low ball $30 bid actually won, believe it or not. The question is, does the card ship? Hopefully the seller ships it. $30 for the 1/99. I'll take that. Oh, see, that's why it's important to bid a weird number sometimes. So if you recall on this, I actually bid $30.23. Correct? So the reason why I bid 30.23 is that if I put in 30.23 and somebody comes at the last second and bids $30 and matches my bid, because I bid first, I win the auction. That's how eBay works. So it made sense to bid up to 23 cents and tack that on, kind of a weird number. I still won it, even with the two bids, I got it. So somebody tried to snipe at the last second as well, but we won. So very cool. Awesome. Okay, so we were 2 out of 3 tonight on the snipes. The other one we weren't close on. But I feel like we got some good buys of some huge names. We were 2 out of 2 on the females, so that worked out good. Okay, well that is it for the evening. Thank you for joining me while we scouted out eBay to find some deals. With that being said, if you can give the video a like, if you can leave a comment, and especially if you can subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Anytime you interact with the channel, it really helps out the algorithm. With all that being said, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me, and hope you stay safe wherever you are in this beautiful planet of ours.